What's up, everyone? It got a little dark before I could record this one, but we'll move on. Um, so let's. I'm not even gonna start with a song. I don't have a. I have the stats, but I don't have any other kind of notes or anything. I'm just going to talk about how the Indianapolis Colts just threw this game away. And more importantly, AD Mitchell threw this game away. Um, Donnie Mitchell single handedly just caused the Colts this game. Two really big, stupid plays caused the Colts this game. And it's like, if you. We had this happen last year with Jonathan Taylor, where he celebrated early. He was about to cross the goal line, and then he dropped the ball before he crossed the goal line. Same thing happened with AD Mitchell today. Um, it's crazy. It is just hold the ball until you get into the touchdown. Like I've never played football down in my life, and it's like that's very basic stuff. AD, hold on to the ball. I tell you right now, I said this immediately after the game. I'm gonna say it again. You cut that motherfucker. You do not let that happen. You can't let that happen. I mean, it's it is crazy when you. This is what I said on Twitter. I said the Rams did not win this game. They lost it. We handed it right to them. Well, actually, AD Mitchell did. Get him off the field. I thoroughly believe this. I can't believe he got back on the field after he did what he did. I mean, it's nuts. I mean, after you throw the ball on the ground before you actually get into the end zone, you don't need to be going out there again. And especially when everyone's huddling up. Everyone's huddling up and you're walking around as if you're I don't know, like just mad, which is understandable. Like it's understandable to be a little upset at yourself, but at the same fucking time, like, bud, bud, cross the touchdown fucking zone, get in the end zone, and then celebrate. Stop celebrating before it. If you don't believe me, ask JT. And then not long after that, for you to throw the worst block of all time, just throw guys on the ground on JT's best run of the day to cost us 14 points in the game. The Rams were not playing that well. Only Puka Nacua on that team is really crazy. Excuse me. A crazy difference maker, him and Matt Stafford. So it's like, I mean, it's not all bad. Um, like, well, we played well in the second half. I'll say that. Danny Dimes' two interceptions in the first half. I remember thinking, "Yep, I could have seen this one coming." that first interception, I was like, ah. But I started to gain a bit of hope back. I started to come out in the second half really kind of balling, and I was thinking, man, we're gonna get this, and then the penalties, just the penalties. I mean, this is the AD Mitchell game. This is the Mitchell game. Like I heard Kent say it earlier. Like AD Mitchell just costed us this game, and Shane Steichen and Jim Bob Cooter and Lou Anarumo and JJ Stankovitz, all these people. The last guy was a writer for the Colts. But all these people who write for the Colts, who are the coaches of the Colts, and not the players probably, they're just going to be making excuses on top of excuses, and they're going to keep on believing in it. Oh, Shane, I can hear Shane say right now, shh. Well, right, we believe in him, right? Like, I mean, right? I mean, we still believe in him. Like, no, not right. We don't believe in him. You don't continue to blindly believe in a guy who has clearly shown you multiple times he's not worthy of being trusted. When he makes a miraculous catch, he can't even be trusted to run the catch to the end zone. When he makes a good block for his teammate, he can't even be trusted not to ram the guy's head into the ground whilst he's doing it. Whenever he's running a route, he can't be trusted not to almost just completely run into a guy when he's not even getting the ball. That's on a different play. I'm sorry, but I digress. It's like you shoot yourself in the foot, and you cannot know you no longer can run once you shoot yourself in the foot. And that's the only thing the Colts did today, was continually shoot. And I keep saying the Colts, but it's not the truth. It's what A.D. Mitchell did today. Listen, I am not one of these Colts fans out here that's going to sugarcoat things and lie to you and tell you things that I don't believe. A.D. Mitchell needs to be off this team tomorrow. And not only does he need to be off this team, he needs to be told today that you may as well just forget about even coming in tomorrow, because I think sending him in on a Monday and then firing him is a little lazy. When he lands, and y'all land, you need to shut him down, Shane. You need to be like, that was unacceptable, and that is the reason you're not going to have a job tomorrow. They're not going to do that, though. That's not how Shane Steichen and the Indianapolis Colts operate. That's not accountability. That's not how we operate in this world anymore. Accountability is thrown out the window. We don't do that. So he won't be. That's probably not going to happen. Is he going to do that again? Probably not. Is he going to be that egregious with all of his mistakes? Probably not. Will he learn from it? I really hope so. But, like, you can't allow it. You can't allow it. Anyway, sorry on my soapbox there, but it's just, let's go over some stats before I lose my brain here. Daniel Jones went 24 for 33 with 268 passing yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Man, how do I talk about this? When you throw 2 interceptions in a game, it's like, okay, we get that. But when you throw 2 interceptions in a game and you have the reputation that Daniel Jones has, I start to question. I start to question your abilities. I start to question everything about you. And I only hope that you prove me wrong. And I'm not saying you had a bad game. And I know I've been harping on A.D. Mitchell for the last 10 minutes here. But Daniel Jones, you are reason number 2 that we lost this game. Number 1 is A.D. Mitchell. If he did things different, we would have won 100%. But the second biggest reason we lost is because Daniel Jones threw the ball to the wrong team 2 times. You cannot have that. We were the best turnover. We had 3 turnovers today. We had 0 through the first 3 games. That's a problem, a big one. Jonathan Taylor was 17 carries for 76 yards. I said in the preview show that I did that the number one thing you needed to do was run the ball with JT, and they didn't decide to do that until the third quarter. You know, just, I want to talk about some good things here, but I cannot seem to stop thinking about how he just threw this game away. just threw it away, and then was so mad at himself. He's standing off to the huddle, and whatever, okay, all cool. But then you act like a fucking like it's. You're sad, but I get it. You're sad, man. Understand. You just costed your team the game. And number one, I think it's on the coach for putting it back out there. I mean, I think it's on Shane Steichen for putting him back out there. You should have never done that. You should have never put AD back out there. I don't care. Oh, let's get him to shake it off. I can hear this motherfucker talking now. I can hear Shane Steichen right now saying, you got to get him back out there. You got to get his confidence. Like, no, you don't got to get him back off there. And then because the next play is going to prove you wrong by shoving a guy's. I'm sorry. Leading rusher. I already talked about it. Leading receiver of the game was A.D. Mitchell, funny enough. 3 receptions for 96 yards. Too bad it doesn't matter. Michael Pittman caught 5 passes for 41 yards, and Tyler Warner caught five passes for 70 yards. The only touchdown reception of the game for the Colts was indeed made by Michael Pittman Jr. Other players that caught balls, Josh Downs, Jonathan Taylor, Ashton Dulin. On defense, Nick Cross led with 6 tackles. Yatu Latu had 3. It's pretty cool. Let's look at a bit of the Rams stats, should we? Matthew Stafford threw 29 for 41 with 375 yards, 3 touchdowns. Leading receiver was Puka Nacua. I'm gonna read these stats. Puka Nacua caught 13 passes for 170 yards with an average of 13 yards per attempt and a touchdown. Devontae Adams caught 4 passes for 54 yards, an average of 14 yards a pass or a reception for 1 touchdown. And Tutu Atwell caught 1 reception for 88 yards and a touchdown. Who was on Puka Nacua? Who was on Puka Nacua? It was Xavier Howard. Why was he? Why did you not have anyone else on Puka Nacua? It wasn't all bad. I really want to focus on some good stuff real quick. I can't. Like, okay. Defense looked all right for the most part. A nice strip. Oh, was it a strip sack or like he just hit the ball, wasn't it? Something like that. I think it was he just hit the ball. Can't remember right now, but it feels like he just hit the ball. I remember the lineman diving on it though. Anyway, Spencer Schrader had a great day. That guy's a kicking machine. JT had a good day. Michael Pittman had a good day. But in the end, man, we just couldn't put it together. The Rams were too much. I had to get my thoughts out there. Because this season better not go how other seasons have went. This better be a season where we can bounce back from this. I believe we have the Raiders next. Let me make sure real quick. We play the Raiders next week. Was that next week? The 5th is next week? Oh my goodness. It is. Goodness sakes. Anyway, we play the Raiders. If we don't come out looking like a competent football team when we play the Raiders, my hope is going to go right back down in the tubes where it was before this season started for the Indianapolis Colts. Don't play with my emotions. A.D. Mitchell.